Hi friends, welcome to Lettuce Garden. This is my first YouTube video and I thought I'd take you around today and show you my vegetable garden. My name's Lisa and I garden here in Southeast Michigan, Zone 5B. I like to grow vegetables, I like to be creative, and I'm a retired school teacher. So let me flip you around and show you the garden. So I thought we would go bed by bed here. Here I am in my vegetable garden. It's 6 raised beds. I have some other beds that I'll tour you through as well. So these were built very inexpensively with little fence posts, and they're about due for an upgrade. But in this bed here, we have tomatoes. This is a big canning year for me, so I need to put up a lot of tomatoes. This is my first year using these arched trellises, and this year I grew delicata squash, as you can see there, and it's sprawling very nicely over the top of the trellis, and then as well some Armenian cucumbers here. So in this other bed next to it we have more tomatoes. We have a little corner bed back there with some perennial asparagus and some borage, or little composting systems in the back there. We have a lot of critters in our yard. We've had to deal with a lot of pest pressure, as well as groundhogs, rabbits, deer, you name it. So we do have a lot of chicken wire lining our beds. This bed has some parsley, some kale that I just had to cut back due to the bugs, and then some cabbage, which got aphids, and then some Swiss chard. So I've been harvesting those and dehydrating the leaves. And the cabbage is just now starting to head up, which is good. Next bed over here, you'll see flowers throughout the beds. That should just bring in some pollinators. We have some zinnias here, and larger slicer tomatoes over here. And then this is my first year trying Malabar spinach, and it's doing quite well. It's a very interesting plant. I've also been dehydrating those leaves in my food dehydrator for a green powder. So in the next bed over, we have more slicing tomatoes and Roma tomatoes and San Marzano tomatoes. And then on the second arch trellis here, we have some butternut squash, which I thought were Kajari melons, but when they came out, we learned otherwise. Then we have on this other side some zucchini and some acorn squash. A little zucchini there that I'm gonna have to pick here soon. And our first little acorn squash coming along nicely. We have lots of self-seeded calendula, some green beans, and we have some calendula back there that I can harvest for some tea, some nasturtiums just to bring some beauty and pollinators to our garden, some little cosmos. I love flowers, they bring such beauty to the garden. Some rhubarb, which is doing fantastic. It's huge. This is the second year for this plant. It's doing quite well. And some more zinnias. Oh look, here's a little bumblebee doing its job, flying in for the pollination. Let's see if we can catch it going right there in the squash blossom. I'm so thankful to have the bumblebees around to help us make our food. Got lots of zinnias, little cherry tomatoes. It's been very hot and humid here in Michigan, so we're really struggling for a while, and now we are getting a little bit more rain. Here's our lone fruit tree, our peach tree, which is loaded, as you can see. Looking forward to doing some peach jam, and I think I should have thinned these a little bit more. Branches are getting quite heavy. Outside of the garden bed area, we have 4 more beds. This one also has tomatoes in it, a couple of cabbage, and should have staked these a little bit better. Some more zinnias, which I just love zinnias. They brighten my day. Another little perennial flower bed that has some zinnias and some scabiosa in it. And each year I like to try something different. In this big long bed here, we have leeks. It had our leeks and onions in it at the beginning of the year. Our leeks are doing amazing, and a lot of them are about ready to come out and harvest, which I will freeze and or dehydrate. I've planted a second round of zucchini squash here, second round of some cucumbers, some brassicas. I think that's broccoli, which I'm going to have to cover. I see it's getting eaten up by a few pests. So we have some more broccoli under cover there, and we're going to try some beets this year. Never grew beets, but I hear the greens are delicious, and we're going to try some pickled beets as well. In this back bed, this is our first metal garden bed. This brand is the Vigo brand. Trying that out for the first time. And then on the side we have 2 grow bags full of Beauregard sweet potatoes. So I grew way too many peppers this year. I'm not a big pepper fan. These are shishito peppers, which are delicious, blistered in a hot pan with some olive oil. Jalapenos, I see we have some here we need to harvest to come out later and do that. And tons of more Roma tomatoes. So that's it with the garden in bed. We have a little compost system here off the back. And then our flower garden area. I love to cut flowers and just bring them inside the house. Certainly we have zinnias in this bed, and we have statice and some snapdragons, celosia. Have some pulled beans going over there on that trellis. And statice has been so fun. It adds so much to our bouquets. Have some sunflowers coming along nicely. We're about ready to head up. This is Mahogany Splendor hibiscus. It makes a great bouquet filler. And then our little gomphrena, those little red balls, they are a lot of fun. We have some phlox, annual phlox in there. In the center there we have a lot of dahlias that are just coming along, and this gorgeous Mexican sunflower, which I don't think the camera can do the color justice, but they're beautiful. So vibrant. It'll look fantastic with some sunflowers in a bouquet in the fall. So I can't wait for that. Well, thanks for coming along to visit my garden. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and like and subscribe if you'd like to learn more. I'm going to plan on doing some other things on the channel besides gardening. I like to do lots of creating with dried flowers and some painting and nature journaling as well. So you all have a wonderful day. I wish you well, and until next time, take care.